Welcome to NightFoxFilming. Are you seeking a new adventure? Well, you're in luck. Let's get to Trier. And we should start with the theater. But you start at the basement of the arena. The lifting platforms were located here, which ensured a quick change of scenery during the performance. The stone blocks served as a base for the wooden constructions. The counterweights ran in large round shafts. Remains of wood were found in the water of the cellar, and therefore the construction could be dated to around 300 AD. This ancient drainage channel still drains mountain water and rainwater all year round. Early Christian finds were also found in the basement of the arena, dating from the 5th and 7th century. But incantation texts for water spirits on lead tablets were also found here. Tablets like these were preferably hidden where people violently died. So people didn't have to get their hands dirty for a human sacrifice and just enjoy the show. Speaking of show, let's go to the surface. Did you know that in Latin the word arena originally meant sand, and at the same time also described the sand-strewn inner round area of the facility? Don't tell me you didn't learn something here. In parts of the wall you can still see doors to the 15 chambers and cages that used to be there. In front of the wall was also a drainage ditch, and in front of there was a plank wall in the whole arena. Here, during the performance, actors and operating personnel could carry out their activities safely and unnoticed by the audience. In the arena you could witness animal hunts, gladiator fights, but also musical lectures and religious festivals. Okay, let's go to the stands and watch the spectacle. There are two lateral paths to the spectator tiers. I have to say, in ancient times it wasn't as green as it is today. The embankment consisted of stone seating steps, so-called locus. It is assumed that up to 20,000 seats were available here. In the Middle Ages, these seats were broken out and used as building material. The earthen slopes later served as vineyards. So there was already recycling back then. Through the vomitorium, one came back to the city center after the performance. By the way, vomitorium means spit out. The Roman wall, the plaster and the remains of the painting can still be found in places in these barrel vaults. The wide path that is here served as a direct entrance under the stands into the arena. The arena itself was built around 160 to 200 AD. Together with the city wall, it could be used as a city gate. So, you made it back from the theater. How about some relaxation now? Maybe in, I don't know, the bath house, maybe? So let's dive into the Kaiserterm. Do you understand? Because of thermal baths, and such. Okay, let's continue the text. In the 4th century, Trier rises to become a royal residence. The western part of the Roman Empire from Britain through Gaul to the Iberian Peninsula to Mauritania was administered from here. Since important people ruled here, it was bound to happen that imperial representative buildings were created. Due to political unrest in the east, however, it was not until the 360s that the construction was completed. A part of the complex was left without installations and completed as a reception and parade hall. The whole thing was a little bit different than it was for us today. At the beginning of the visit of the thermal baths, the skin was first cleaned with oil, followed by baths, massages and sweat baths at different temperatures. Medical treatments such as operations were also carried out here. At that time the largest room was a cold bath, the so-called Vigidarium. The warmer baths were called Piscina. Another track was built between the two wings, which had underfloor heating. Of course, everything had to be brought from A to B, so there was also a supply wing here. These consisted of an elaborated system of service passages. And yes, if you're not careful you can get lost easily here. Not that that happened to me or something. From here the staff reached various chambers and firing points. Of course there were also sewers, so-called cloaca. These ran directly under the service aisles. The entire length of the water supply is said to have been over 13 kilometers long. By the way, the large building you see here is called the Adlerburg, which was first used as a main building in the thermal baths, and then expanded into a castle by a noble family in the Middle Ages. So, now that you're clean and nice, how about the main part of this video, the Porta Nigra? Here was the northern gate of the city. Unfortunately, the ancient name of the gate has not been handed down. But in the Middle Ages it was called the Black Gate, in Latin Porta Nigra. The special thing here is that the blocks of the gate building are not connected with mortar but with iron clamps. Later it became a two-story church because Bishop Popo wanted to erect a monument to himself. But enough about the egos of rich old people. Let's start on the ground floor, shall we? The west towers enter through the old Roman gate. There are stonemason symbols around the whole building. See if you can find some of them. So the current first floor of the west tower corresponds to the second Roman floor and was converted into a church in the Middle Ages. The Baroque walls with the relief saints from the history of the Trier church immediately catch your eye. If you go now into the East Tower, you will find that the floor plan from the Roman times has been preserved. The staircase leads to the Simeus Klause, in which a modern media installation tells the life and the works of the later canonized local, and where his death soon gave rise to the first place of pilgrimage. Above this is the East Tower floor, where the altar of the lower church is located. Here on the second floor was the upper church of the clergy of the Simon Stift. The vestibule also served as a chapter room. As in the lower church, there was also an entrance to the city side, to which the flight of the steps led, as well as a direct door to the Simon Stift. There was also a dwarf gallery, with Roman stone carvings of impressive quality. The reliefs with the Baroque, rocaille decorations between the windows give an idea of how magnificent and furnishing the upper church once were. Now we come to the highlight, so to speak, because we are here at the top third floor and the highest point of the Porta Nigra. It is the top Roman tower floor. In Roman times, the two doors each led via an open battlement to the fourth floor of the East Tower, which no longer exists. There's also a small city model that shows the full extent of the ancient Roman metropolis of Trier. So if you did enjoy this video, please hit the like and subscribe button. If you think I could do something better, then maybe you can leave a comment down below. And I see you all in the next video. Bye!